When it was Kemet, Black Egypt. It was a Nile Valley civilization, Black Egypt. Like and subscribe, Black Egypt. It wasn't no Mediterranean culture, like and subscribe. You gon' get tormented for 4 minutes if it's war. When it just said Jeshurun got a false door in it. The Nubian flow, that's before Kemet. My Sakim T got rubies and gold, and it's fit for a Kushite king. But what it look like, the green Sahara ring bearer, bring terror to your satellite kingdom, so they do not bother me. Scarification look like wavy line pottery. Kush with the black top pots. I rap top notch, and I could kick you till your laptop stops. I'm like Tahaka, Shabaka, or Pianki, the author's a father. Any cocky, I came down and out through the lands of Kush, living a pre-dynastic pharaoh way, and marrow way. Kerma, Khartoum, or Simna by the 5th cataract. Now I put the 5th wheel on the Cadillac. So much ride, a white man couldn't battle that though, they had to paddle back. Black Egypt, Black Egypt, Black Egypt. You gotta look and see where the Nile started. Black Egypt, and how it was easier to go downstream than upstream. And Black Egypt, the river flow. Don't Black look at Egypt. The color, look at the culture. Black Egypt. What you know about Dynasty 00? Roll through with Shimsu, Heru on the standard. Ta-Nehisi, Sudanese G's. Try to test me. I'm an archer from Taseti, the squad ready, so I'm stepping in with the extra thin leopard skin. A tail on the apron with my crown on. You can crack jokes, but I ain't the one to clown on. Hey yo, Egypt was black, and that's a fact. All you little suckers need to step on back. They tried to throw us off, but we kept on track and started doing research once you slept on that. And with Kemet, it don't matter what the name mean. If it's a black culture, then that's the same thing. Race science is a lame thing. Ever since Nubian times, I let the chain swing. How the first known of Egypt was Taseti, but Taseti was Taseti already. Yep, it meant the land of the bow, and when Egyptians needed archers, this is where they would go to recruit them. I got arrows and I'll shoot them. Who them fake pharaohs, I uproot them and usurp them. Black Egypt, Black Egypt, Black Egypt, Black Egypt, Black Egypt, Black Egypt, Black Egypt. Peace. What up? How we doing this morning? But excuse me. Upper Egypt, boy. Got that white crown. Upper Egypt, boy. Babylonian bars, Ugaritic spit it, get it, dagger on me. That harpoon, it ain't for abalone. Phoenician pieces made of Nubian gold. Antediluvian scrolls hit the Nubian poles. And if you wanna debate that, you'll get truly exposed. I'm like the king of Axum, bring the maxims of Patar back to action. I actually swing my axe, so y-axis 32 degrees west on the y-axis. Try and catch us. Christianity was stole from Kemet, lying bastards. Compare the book of Psalms to Amenope. Sometimes when rhyming, I'm just like a shaman, okay? I rock the white crown, say top shimmer. Yeah. You rock the red crown, say top metal. You rock the white crown, say top shimmer. You rock the red crown, say top metal. I'm a star charting Bantu boy with my bow and arrow. I raise a king in my gnome if I don't know the pharaoh. Explosive and lethal when your dreams like Joseph the Hebrew, and no sending evil wide jet and neck bent. Here to ward that off, I'm not a sage burner, scroll learner, the page turner, the script writer, put the pen down cause I don't fucking need it. Cause I got the white crown, the upper Egypt. The white crown, say top shimmer. You rock the red crown, say top metal. You rock the white crown, say top shimmer. You rock the red crown, say top metal. I'm a C group, Magi Archer from Ta-Nehisi. You conscious community pseudos never try to test me. Cause I'm in Rock Squad up, fuck religion. And when I'm on the mic, don't cut my wisdom, boy. I'm W.E.B. Du Bois. I'll smother you under the Sphinx, heed the voice. Ancestrally cooking up mean lyrics. Cats fighting cause they don't think the Dogon that seems serious. And DNA can't prove ethnicity. How you conscious? You say Pacific instead of specifically. You know my shit so raw, you get crushed. Think the force of a hippo jaw.
Yo.
Rock the red crown.
Yeah.
Top shimmer. You rock the red crown. Say
Yeah.
top metal. You rock the white crown. Say top shimmer. You rock the red crown. Say top metal. I rock the white crown. Say top shimmer. You rock the red crown. Say top metal. You rock the white crown. Say top shimmer. You rock the red crown.
All right.
Say top metal.
Ladies and gentlemen, youth and elders, how y'all doing? Yeah. Make sure you like the video. On your way in, we're gonna have some fun today as we build with one another. What's up? How is everyone today? Dang, I just dropped this book and I need to. Remember I brought this Abu Simbel book out. Peace in the Middle East. Hope everybody having a good morning. It's about 7:30 a.m. where I'm at, 7:37. And I was just up doing some research like I often do. It's just part of my life. I started to notice the other day, well, I have this concept of orbits. We live in a spiral universe. And I believe everything, like orbits in and out of our life. So you can look at your habits as orbits. How often do you do something? How often does that orbit back into your life? Do you do it every day? Once a week? How often do you see a person? How often do they orbit back into your life? Some people orbit is like this. Some people got a big elliptical orbit. You only see them every 3,600 years. Like Nibiru. But what's up? I got this. So I guess I called the video How to Be a Boss. Not on no pretentious be a boss, but we really talking about running companies and doing your own thing for yourself. Meeting the requirements that they have in the world in order for you to consider yourself a boss. Now, let's just break it all down. Let's get out of the hip hop slang and terminology and just say what we talking about is having to work. Boss is a person who got to work. A boss don't necessarily have to do the work. A lot of good bosses will do the work. But a boss got to work. We're going to start with that, right? So in my history of just, since I was like 17, I worked at Baskin Robbins at 17. That's an ice cream parlor on the West Coast. 16 years old. That was my first job. My mama got me hooked up with that job and I worked it until I seen Dale the Funky Homo Sapien standing at a bus stop right in front of my job. I believe in hindsight that I was a wise young man. Because I had on that brown Baskin Robbins apron right there on Seminary. And I seen my homie who had, I was in like the 8th grade actually. I was earlier than 17, 16. I was like the 9th grade to be precise. So I was like 15, 16. Do me a favor, like the video. Yeah, right next to mom's spot. That's how I got the job. She had hooked me up. And Dale was at the bus stop, and it was a hot day. He had just got back from making this demo in LA with Ice Cube. I didn't know that at the time, but I knew he had went to LA to work on his demo. And I was like, this ain't it. I was 15, 16, scooping that ice cream, looking at my partner. He had on a leopard skin Latifah hat, so to speak. You know them African hats that go up like a high top fade? So when I looked out at the bus stop, I was like, that's Dale. And I didn't get off till like 3-4 more hours, whatever. So I was asking myself, man, I know this ain't my path for life. Like right on the spot. I wasn't going that deep. I just was like, I'm not about to be scooping ice cream while my partners is making rap demos and going to LA and rapping. I'm trying to be a rapper. Man, I quit the job on the spot. Walked off, but not only did I quit the job on the spot, I walked out on the spot and the lady was like, you can't just quit like that. And I was just told, I'm sorry, I gotta go. Walked to the bus stop, seen Dale waiting on the 56. I was like, what's up? He like, what's up? I was like, I just quit my job when I seen you. He started laughing like comedy. And we went to his house, started listening to his demo. But I was choosing the path at an early time to try to make my roots in music. One thing I didn't like about being in the system, I always felt scooping ice cream, you don't feel underqualified doing that. But as you start to grow up in the application process and all that stuff, I just was like, I'm cool on that way of life. You know what I'm saying? So early on, I made a decision to try to, first pursue my career as an artist, but secondly, in getting older and having to be, I had a record deal and then I lost it. And so we had a wise plan to do our own record company, which worked for us. But there was a whole humbling process that came in with getting a lot of money, being on record labels, learning a little bit about the business, and then having your fallout with that company. It seemed like to me, I was going through a little bit of what I was going through almost, not at the same thing I was going through at Baskin Robbins, but something about the structure of having to comply to these certain things. It just wasn't the way I wanted to do it. So I felt like, I just wanted to be a boss at an early age. I wanted to not instruct people or not, but I wanted to actually acquire the work. Just like the people at Baskin Robbins got the ice cream. You know what I'm saying? How they got all that and then they set it up for me to stand there and sell. I was like, I'm gonna have to start doing things along those lines. But anyway, going into our music career and learning a lot of the stuff we learned, it was still all kind of subservient. I'm gonna give you some money if you do this service to make me some more money type of thing. Signing the record labels. They gonna give you some money if you do this service for them to make them some more money. I kind of was like, to me, I was always like, I need to get closer to the check. That kind of like was my theory, because in hip hop, if you notice it, if you don't notice it, or in many businesses, when the money is distributed, even if your intellectual property generated the money, you might be 3 or 4 steps away from the check. That means the check gets sent to one person, then another person. They all take their cuts before it get to you. I should have shared this video, liked this video, but I don't trip. You know, I like talking about business with the people who like to hear it. But if you ain't liked the video yet, like the video or whatever, and help it get to where it need to be. Well, anyway, as I got older and you know, having kids, having a family, having to come up with ways to support other people is another humbling process to where I realized first I can't just depend on music. If you look at any or the majority of, now I'm not putting myself no place close to this class, but we need to follow some of these people who succeeded. So if you look at any of the moguls in hip hop, music was only a springboard for them. If you look at Jay-Z, Kanye, Eminem, or any of the moguls, Puffy, Russell Simmons, any of the moguls in hip hop, music was only a springboard for them to get to other successes, to make them a boss. Rockaware, Eminem, Sirius Satellite Radio, Russell Simmons, all of his other stuff. And so we have to realize that too, that if you do, it ain't just about music. Everything I'm talking about, matter of fact, I'm talking about food carts and food trucks in this video. So I'm just talking about my path. And realizing first, not at a really young age, first I wanted to get more out of the music. Like, yo, I'm only in this position. I need to be here. I need to be. Everybody feel that way. Even number 2 on the charts, mad that they ain't number 1. Number 1, be mad that he ain't number 1 for as long as somebody else was number 1. So that feeling will be there that you need something else for your career. But anyway, I don't want to go there. I want to start talking about, you know, the theme of the business and the way that I address things as going up. One of the truest humblings is having income streams that ain't, multiple income streams. Obviously, we always talk about that, but that needs to be a real thing for a young person trying to come up in a society, or even a person my age or whatever. You can start right now focusing on them other income streams where you acquire the work and get it out. And so I'm going to go over some of my limited history at just putting companies together. They always succeed, and I just get bored with them and do a new one every 3 or 4 years. One of the most successful one was Hyro Day, which is based off of another company that I'm involved with, my crew company, Hieroglyphics. Both of these are my crew companies, Hyro Day and Hieroglyphics. But I started Hyro Day. I didn't start Hieroglyphics, the company. I was just a co-founder. See what I'm saying? And so, but that's still going on to this day. And not only that, that was like a community opportunity for a lot of people. Think about it. We need like 75 to 100 security guards every Hyro Day. So at least we can employ those 100 people on that day. We need all kind of staff, 50 to 75 staff. So that was just one thing, but that is consistent. I'm going to go back to one of my video companies. We're going to talk about property preservation. We're going to talk about this, but I want to talk not just like talking about it, like, look what I did. I want to talk about the stuff people don't talk about, like how I did it. Because my video company took over the Bay. I'm just going to show you with the facts, with the videos. At this point in time, it was like 3 prominent video directors in the Bay. Ayers Jerome. Everybody was getting videos by Ayers Jerome, one other person, and then it would be my video company. Shout out to all the Oakland artists who put me on. Let me tell you how I did that, though. First of all, if you ain't willing to learn stuff and do stuff, if you ain't like a learner, then you should learn how to be a learner. First thing is learning how to learn the right way. Don't reinvent the wheel. They already got the books and all. Just do it on your time. But you can't, I mean, you can look at the progress I learned on the scene with my video company, but I was well endorsed by artists in Oakland who wanted to get a video from me. And specifically, shout out to everybody who got a video from Wet Foot Film Works when we was up and running. And we're going to look over some of that work and we're going to talk about it. So remember I was showing me on Facebook with that 67 Chevelle? I had a 67 Chevelle with the red, black, and green. This is about when I first was getting into crypto. You can look, it was about 11 years ago. Look right here. First getting into cryptocurrency, had a 67 Chevelle. I sold it to start a video company. Because when I started doing the numbers in my head, freaking the car all the way and then trying to sell it took more of an investment than starting this video company. So I dumped that thing quick because that's how I get down. And went straight and bought all video equipment. Got a nice camera for that time. Got me a cool video edit. Got some cool video editing software. Bought some gimbals. Bought a drone. I had everything. So my videos was on hit, but I had to learn kind of on the spot. Since I was an artist, I would do a few videos for myself. People would see them and be like, who did that video? Me. And so one of the first artists that stepped to me to do their videos was V White from the Delinquents. Shout out to V. That's a boss if you know what we talking about. He didn't step to me soft. He stepped up like a boss on my first look. So I sold the whip, I bought the equipment, I did my own little 2 or 3 videos. I'm staying in San Leandro. This how much a boss V is. I get a phone call on my phone. Smash, what's up? I'm like, what's up, V? We talking. He like, where you at? Just like this, yo. He like, where you at? I'm like, I'm at the house. He said, I'm about to slide through. He slid through. We got through. We started talking. He like, I like them videos. I want you to do something for me. I'm in my head like, okay, because I just sold my whip to start doing videos. I added up to it. Took me like 2 or 3 weeks. And 2 or 3 weeks later, V White slid through, said he wants 7 videos. Something like that, T-Von. Look, you already looking. T-Von, how you know numbers and shit? You close, but it wasn't like that. But V White wanted 7 videos. And you know what I'm saying? He was like, bow. I got some bread on me, bow. Broke me off right then. So I'm in my head like, okay, look, I started this business like 3 weeks ago. I did my videos 1 week, 2 weeks, put them up. Next, my man stepped to me, said he wants 7 videos. I was not that good at that time, but I was like, okay, I could hire people for what you want to do. And one of the first ones I did for V White was this. Look at my color, look at everything. Look, director Casual Wet for Filmworks. I know what I was doing. We was in the hood. The video came out good still, but this orange effect wasn't on purpose.
What's going on here? It's V White and the politician.
Feel how they come through again? Hold on, stop. Shout out to what's up, Cedar? Shout out to all my family members for representing and holding me down when it's that time. He came through for real, and we went to the hood and shot this.
Supposed to be. And now what them niggas
There goes Saphir. Shout out Saphir. See that? Y'all don't really know. Now here you go right there, look. Y'all don't even know how the streets really go down. That's Saphir right there. I'm shooting the video, holding the camera. We chilling at the video shoot in Sabrani Park. It's nothing with all the family members. It was just good. But people might be thinking, oh, y'all had a rap battle? That's different. That was years ago.
It's a declaration of what the fuck music's supposed to be. And now what them niggas doing, V?
I was at my editing bars was cool.
It's that real shit. Gangsta music. Feel me? I'm low to the ground like New Orleans. I could get funky like we go greens. Ain't no fuck boys on my team. Yeah, with the shit, wipe the pistols clean. Holler about it later, read it in the paper. Cut a nigga head, we gon' call it a taper. Yeah, they on that new 30 dick shit. Make a nigga like he had a shift kit.
All right, I ain't gonna play that whole thing and get copyright strike.
A broad daylight. You can switch lanes while we switch things. Standing out the sunroof, letting it hang.
All right, look at Filthy back in the day.
I show up at your house with all type of shit. I'm sure you a dummy. I catch you on the block trying to get rent money. We can funk.
See, but that was cool. Look at Big Z. Hold on, I gotta play his part because he be ripping. Hold on.
You a hater. What you mad at? We get paper.
Alright.
We raiders. You better duck, boy, we swing caters. We can funk. You a hater.
You feel me? This a nice first video for him, though. You feel me?
We raiders. You better duck, boy, we swing caters. No dub, 4 emblems, just chrome Dodge Rams. Keep my shit stocked when it's 28 grams or more in the duffel by the amps in the trunks. Got a couple of houses full of lamps in the sumps. Gotta keep my pockets with lumps. AA-12 leave you niggas in chunks. Thinking we runts. Get your ass knocked right out of them dunks. Nigga, we can funk. I do it like Parliament. And flashlights on your ornament. No stress, no threats, no argument. Just me grabbing something to hit the target with. Oakland Raider, 75 rounds, Romanian cater.
Man, these are some bosses. Y'all don't understand my people, but that ain't what I was here to talk about. It's about how to be a boss. V White shot through, hooked me up, and so I had to work. And so I didn't have the skills, but I had to work. So that's what we talking about, right? And so I started learning and hiring people, right? And my videos got better and they rock with me and it turned out cool. You feel me? And so I'm just gonna show another one because it started getting better. Look, now, again, this is me trying in my video company. Next, we're gonna start talking about property protection and opportunities. But what we talking about here is having the willingness to learn, and when industries got democratized, so to speak, to where I could get all of the video film equipment for the amount of my car. And then V shot through in 2 weeks, and I had doubled my money already before the month was over. So now I'm on my way because I'm endorsed by some of the, this is one of the biggest cats in Oakland. So you know how black people is. If they see V getting videos from Cash, it was on after that. Everybody, my phone ringing off the hook. What you want for a video? What you want for a video? But the video work was good too. And this is V White and the Politician who shot featuring Neo the Gift, and they brought out some toys in this video. Cause you know how we do.
Damn, it's hot. You got everything hooked up, dog? Good. Come on, let's get this money, boy. It's gonna be like taking candy from a baby.
I see some A-listing and all kind of artifacts, but I was getting better though.
What's up, homie? You still got that science project back there, huh?
go. The only reason why you won is because that water pump, and you know that.
Last time it was because the cats down there at Wild Tech was getting extra credit. Whatever you want to do, man, I'll meet you at the dock, man.
We got something for you. We got something.
Let's get them up, man. Put your money where your mouth is.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just was fun to shoot this. But I ain't gonna, I mean, you know, we having fun. We watching video, entertaining, and we talking about business. So let's go.
You done created a monster with money for a lawyer.
See, I would have been now, if I shot that now, I would have been able to have that footage better right there. That's shit. But it's still cool though. But look, you see all that? That's what I'm saying. I was learning. But here we go.
Politician, man. You niggas gotta step your game up. You done created a monster with money for a lawyer. Gray and blue Chevy like a Georgetown Hoya. I meet you on the Bancroft side of Arroyo. Blow for the low, you can get it wrapped up in foil. This is East Side music. Pellegrino translucent. Green, sax fat like Rasputia. I'm the future. Drop weight like Luther. Slide through with hella shit in the trunk like a booster. Unleaded plus, baby, you can get the super. The brick beige with hoes like a loofah. Cocaine cowboy, heroin scuba diver. Shaking out stirred. Sipping on the screwdriver. I got the coupe with the loop and some cool tires. The crew with the food shoot the
That's that Oakland thing. Y'all know nothing about that.
Segment of my imagination on the regiment. Who shot the sheriff? Who shot the president? Who shot the nigga while he chilling at his residence? Some niggas fire starters, some niggas hesitant, some niggas standing in.
So let's stop. So I was just getting started, right? And I was starting to assess how you gonna make this work. The average rate for videos at that time was about $500 to $1,500. I'm just talking about it, you know, and we keeping it the buck. So I was like, okay, I ain't really wanting to been doing no $500 videos. I ain't had the time. Nevertheless, I was grinding. And so I got my skills up to where I could get somebody a video back in 2 days. If they wanted to get one of them quick pieces, I'm gonna pop up in one day. I gotta make it worth my time, right? So I'm like, okay, I could shoot somebody in like 3 hours, one location. You know what I'm saying? Edit that up and get that back, and that was just a little cool. My average rate I would be wanting would be about $1,500, but everybody didn't have that. Regardless, that business I did at my last count was 72 videos. All right. And then I got tired of it. I was cool. Some of my videos got big views. Some of them got little views. But by the time I got towards the end, my video work was a lot better. I learned how to hire other people and just be more of a director and less of trying to do everything. Like right here, I'm holding the camera. You know what I'm saying? But I started learning more, like put other qualified people in position. If you got the work, then get the other people, break them off, and you could get paid for really, I'm not saying for nothing, but you could get paid for the fact that you just got the work and oversee the work and make sure that it come out cool.
In the front, some irrelevant. Some niggas get they turn, some niggas never get it. Some niggas use what they learn and do better with it. Some niggas always know it, some niggas never knew it. Some niggas got that real paper and they ran through it. Fuck the law, I ball like Kojak. Gotta live my life like a 3-ton flow jack. Across 110th Street, Bobby Womack. Police scanner downloaded as a phone app. Think I heard a cold black, but I ain't trying to hold back. Gotta keep a coupe with a roof that fold back.
Zeke, what's up? Holla at me, Zeke. Man, he got slapped, beats, and red. Listen to how he got bars. His style's so clean.
Hot-headed, like I need a cold pack. 30 in the banger, like which one of y'all want that? G-Lock, 40 caliber, bust your melon, call it Gallagher. Trade the Magnum in for a Challenger. Life's a challenge, I swear that it challenger. I'm from a city where you see a little bitty brother with a big gun, fresh off the titty.
All right, so that's cool. I just was showing that cool. It ain't got better though. So we had did a cool 6-pack. This was like the best one I did. So again, I was like, in an instance, my quality got to get better. And this was like actually the second or third one, maybe the first one. But this one turned out like a real ass video. The other ones was cool too. But at this point, I started learning how to use my eye and my angles. And so right there, even that angle is just better than starting the video off more cinematic. We just talking about some of the stuff I had to learn in order to get to the point where people started hiring me, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, on my mama though, right? Play with a nigga if you want to though, right? You see that, man, you see that motherfucking white van sliding up and down the block with the five dreadheads sitting in that motherfucker? Yeah, they ready for that shit, nigga, bareface and everything, nigga.
I'm back in the game, you irrelevant. No pussies on the team, celibate. Footprints when I walk, elephant. Cornell West, intelligent. I don't play games, Wheel of Fortune. I'm on some.
Nah, this video tight right here. See, so this is about the time when and this is still in the first 7 video pack that I did for them. So this was cool. Again, shout out for them for putting me on. And so let's keep continuing with that. I got bored with that and just started doing other things. But I did, you know, some videos that for some other people, specifically for my crew. They started getting a lot better and whatever. But that is what that is. But right before that, is when the real estate market collapsed. And my whole family is in the real estate. I opened up a company called Real Property Protectors. I talked about it the other day, but Real Property Protectors was very successful. And with the real estate market about to collapse again, I was at the beginning of that first collapse, so all the regulations wasn't in place yet. But I know a lot of them now, and I know how to, I kind of was like doing some more research into that because I anticipate when the REO market come back or the real estate owned property market, when talking about foreclosed properties because of a market collapse. Yep, somebody says it's collapsing now. And I looked at crypto this morning and it was looking crazy, yo. And so I was like, I ain't watching stocks, but look, this market ain't been to 800 million in so long. Bitcoin 17,000, about to hit 16,000, dropped 15% in 7 days. So something going on the market right now. This is an opportunity for people like us. Because the only time I ever made big money off crypto, I was talking to my wife about this morning. Like, we need to buy some more crypto. The times I made the biggest money is when I just sat there and stopped tripping off it for like 3 years. And when the market, everybody was screaming, I was like, ooh, let's go check our crypto accounts. And we opened them up and the mugs was on hit. And so 17,000, I want to watch what this is going to do. But yeah, speaking about the market, I don't know if all of this is related to something that's happening on the stock market, and the housing market is on its way down. So what does that do? Like I said, it opens up opportunities for the average person. Or with my company, Real Property Protectors, I think I was doing this about, I don't remember when that market collapse was. It might have been 2008 or 9. Real Property Protectors was not really asset management company, but more like a property preservation company, where at that time period, you did not need any licenses or whatever. Right now, this is additional work for people with contractor's license. Now, if you don't got no contractor's license and you like me, and you know a contractor who don't got game like this, then you still a boss. You just go holler at the contractor, say, look, I got this work. Tie it in however y'all need to tie it in contractually before you give them the line. You see what I mean? Meaning that, man, I could get you this many, you'll be getting this many properties. And so I just, again, talking with my wife this morning, going over some of the REO companies that manage these assets so that I can see what's going on in the near coming future. I'm starting to do my research now, so let's talk about it a little bit. When dealing with, so what's a REO? Y'all know what a REO is? REO. Look, nationwide REO agents. What's a REO agent? How is a REO agent different than a normal realtor? How could this help you to know anything I'm saying? I told you the majority of this stuff I'm saying. If you think you know. Question, what happened to all those houses that got repossessed in the previous crash? This is exactly what we're talking about. Now listen, the term real estate owned, REO, refers to a lender-owned property that is not sold at a foreclosure auction. See, we got to know all of this game. Let me tell you why let me just talk. If you can't qualify for no big-ass loan, you should understand what I'm talking about. If you don't got the best anything, credit score, you should understand what I'm talking about. If you get lump sums of cash, but you don't deal with credit, you should understand what I'm talking about. If you're doing things all the traditional ways where you borrowing money for interest from another person to help make them rich, then you already know how to do it. That's not that. You could go look, that's the regular way to do things. The average black man don't need to know other more resourceful ways to do things. I'm just saying. It's like you playing the video game and you don't know no shortcuts. So we about to get it in. What's up, Abju? Where in the building? Look, now the term real estate owned, trust me, I dealt with this so much. So much. I told you at the height of my company, I had 26 properties under management. Just doing it, y'all. Just taking my ideas, seeing an opening, stepping to the banks. I was stepping the banks aggressively because I learned how to do it. And I would secure those offers. I also would go through, obviously, my mom was in it. My whole family was in it. And so my whole family's in the real estate. And so if any REOs was on the market, I would be able to know. So again, let's deal with this. The REO is a real estate owned, and it refers to a lender owned property that is not sold at a foreclosure auction. I do my videos when I talk about tax lien auctions, which is not a foreclosure auction. I don't want to be at no foreclosure auction because I know how to do the tax sales auction. I said tax lien, I mean tax sales. A tax sales auction is going to be better than a foreclosure auction. But if the property ain't sold at a foreclosure auction, it is real estate owned or owned by the bank. Properties become real estate owned when owners default and the bank repossesses them and tries to sell them. All of our communities got REOs in them or pending REOs. And if you was into this, like side hustle, you would want to learn how to identify them, not to the detriment of your neighbors or what have you, or your community members, but to the advantage of your personal gain for your family. You see what I mean? You don't want to be like, oh, they house about to get sold. No, none of that. That's silly. If once you get in the position, you can actually help those people. But what you want to do to identify these properties is so that you can be first at contacting whoever owns it. Now, the game changed a lot since I used to do it. The game changed a lot since I would identify houses that were about to be in foreclosures. There's many ways to do it. And plus, my whole family's in real estate. So, but I can just tell you how you could do that just from eyesight. Curb appeal and the same curb appeal and a few other things will give you some eyesight details as to what's going on with a particular property. But I don't want to get there. Let's just keep traditionally. What has happened then, and it happened while I was doing this, and this is kind of like why I stopped doing it, is because they start realizing how much money was in the management of REOs. So the bank stopped switching up because at the beginning, the realtor could pick See, they got what's called an asset manager. We're not talking about at a hedge fund or something where your asset is just cash. We're talking about asset managers at banks that manage the assets, the commercial properties or the regular properties. These be real people, y'all. It ain't no computer algorithm. It's a real person. The same way I was a person managing, over those 26 properties to where somebody could have found me and got at me and been nice to me and been like, man, let me do all your lawns. Don't get them day laborers because I'll be cold cut with it, yo. I'm not playing with it. I'm going to get the contract and go secure some day laborers. Because none of this work, when you managing a REO, none of the work is like contractor work. So again, we talking about two different time periods. Now you can still do it, but you need a contractor's license. But that's just with Bank of America. Different ones got different ways, so you should know. Before they just, you know how they industry things. So you don't need a contractor's license to maintain a lawn, to do a trash out, to fix a broken window, or handyman work, which it all was, to do a board up. You get paid whatever. You could put out your bid for a board up. To board up a real estate owned property, you get 6 pieces of wood from Home Depot and some nails, bro, and one of your homies do the board up, secure the property, and be getting about whatever you bid it. But I never bid under $1,000 for a board up. Never. It's stupid. So this is a bank. So you be getting you'll do 4 board ups in a day. Maybe even, that's not even a big ass day. But so how you get that action? It's still out there. I just was researching it now. It's a little different. All right. So let me see. So I was looking at how they doing it now. Look, see, companies have stepped in. This is just what my company was. But they just trying to look bigger. But this is just a website. Your website could be as big as it need to be. So they saying national field representatives. So what they call this now is field services. Obviously, your property preservation services partner. All they doing is everything I was doing, dude. Look, I'll show you. Like it's nothing. Look at this. So these are all of the things that a bank require, and they already got allotted money for this. I could tell you what Bank of America had allotted for lawn maintenance at about 2010. For you get $200 a month each property for lawn maintenance. All right, but the lawn got to be maintained. So what you gonna do? You think you going around mowing 26 lawns? Hell no. You about to go get a day laborer. So let's break it down, because the lawn really need to only get mowed every 2 weeks. Bruh, we talking about real shit now. I'm talking about how you really do some shit. I'm not talking about you going, and if you ain't humble enough to go get your paper, then good for you. But look, the lawn got to get mowed every 2 weeks, right? You pay somebody, if you want to get a day laborer, you can pay them $20 an hour. So that's $40. So then you spend $80 for the month if you want to do it like that. Now you got, because you don't want to touch nothing. You just want to be a boss, right? It's not just this. It's all of these services for each property. So look, lawn maintenance is your continuous. The initial secure is big money. So just to be clear, if you a contractor, you got the in route on this. Every bank don't require contract. You see, look, so go right here, contractor login. I'm just saying, if you don't, look, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is how you have to do it. You ain't got no contractor's license. You know your partner do. One of your homies do. What's your contractor license? Be transparent. I got some work. I'm about to sign us up. My homie got this jug. I'm gonna let you know. Ain't nothing. You the one. But I got the work. What's up? I'm saying, how many jobs you doing right now? We could probably do like 50 more a year. 50 more a year? Yeah. Okay, so now y'all sign up right here. But I'm not telling you to go to National Field Representatives because this is what I do. They think like me. Why the hell? I just got through telling you I ain't got no contractor's license. They don't have to have one either. They telling their contractors to sign up here because they got to work. Look, the person who secure the work don't gotta be a person, the contractor. The person who do the job gotta be a contractor. So you want to know how much? I told you about the $200 a month on this. That's hella easy to do. Don't be greedy. Whoever do the work really got to do the work. It could be one of your homies. Sometimes I would get gritty, bro. I bought all that equipment. But look at this. Initial secure. Let's read this. NFR will provide initial secure services per investor guidelines or client requirements. Initial secure includes change entry locks. You know how to change some locks? Matter of fact, let me go to my Facebook because it's funny. Me and my wife was doing one and I was showing how I had got good at just getting into a house. Bro, I can get in your house hella quick. Not like that because I'm a good ass person. But after learning this, bud, you walk up to a door with a drill. I'm going to tell you right now. Go to a door with a drill and have the right bit and hit that thing. You in the house in like under 2 minutes. And so this changing locks, you're going to get like, just for this initial secure, it's be like 300. You could go up to like 350, but the bank be having limits on each thing. And if you on the inside, you know the limits. If you on the outside, you won't know the limits. I had an opportunity to be the person who was supposed to go be getting bids for other people so I could see what the maximum they would charge for any bid. And then the person wouldn't know that I knew that. So I would have to look over 3 bids. And, you know, the one that was the most efficient, and it had to be the cheapest. It just had to be under the bank's number. And the number at the time I was doing for changing locks, it was $350. So this is an initial secure. So let's add this up. You about to go to Home Depot, spend about $25 on some locks. You're going to go to this new property with a drill out the old locks, resecure the property. Look, locking windows and doors. Do you know how to lock windows and doors? This ain't contractor shit. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Winterization, if applicable. I lived in California, so they never had us doing winterization. But that's just simply preparing the house for the winter. If you live in one of those spots, you can simply just learn how. Look, now this is the big part. Removing raw garbage and hazardous materials. You know how much you could get for this part? It make the whole bid. And so these type of initial bids, and then look, complete a grass cutting and adding the location to the automatic grass cut system. That's all. That's business you handing out to other people to do because you just secured it. This dude, I'm not bumping my gums. If you accepting under 5 racks for one, unless of course it ain't no. Now this is what'll happen. So let me go over each one. Changing locks about $350. For locking and securing windows, it depends. The bank gonna look at what type of neighborhood you in. If it's in the ghetto, you could get hella money for this because you have to do a board up. You feel me? And for board ups, they go by each window. So they give you like $150 to $200 a window, dude. I'm telling the truth. Like $200 a window. So, you know, you're going to go to a house, you're going to see like 15 windows and get hella happy. Like, oh, this going to be hella easy. Then you're going to be with your partners or however you do it, you're going to do it. So removing raw garbage and hazardous materials, let's break those two down. because those are two different parts of the trash out. It's called the initial trash out. Trash outs could go up hella high, bruh. Like, it depends on the garbage that's in the house. So for each room, let's think about a hoarding room just full of trash and roaches. You probably say $750 each room at least. You know what I'm saying? At least. And that's kind of generous. Like, if it's really, really bad trash, sometimes they have vehicles on the property, then you got to deal with that. But all of this is just you being resourceful, y'all. Day laborers, how much is going to cost them per the day to actually clean each room, how much of staff you need, and how you going to dump that stuff. You feel me? Hazardous materials is different, and the charge is different, because if there's hazardous materials on the premises, you obviously going to need hazmat and all this other stuff. Completing the grass cutting, now you think that's small? I mean, for an initial grass cut, you could get, it depends on the property and the square foot, but you could get up to $1,000 for the initial grass cut, depending on the property, possibly more. And so winterization, it says, again, they help you invest by winterizing unoccupied properties. The process will prevent potential damage and the results of freezing temperatures. Again, we didn't have to worry about that. They already talked about the lock change. This was just one, and then they still going over the same stuff. Nothing you seen on here was something like you need a license for. Pool securing, you could probably go get a pool certificate in a couple days. This was just one way. Oh, let's talk about this. What y'all know about cash for keys? Cash for keys, bruh. Oh my God. Let me tell you about cash for keys in both instances. If you're living, I've been on both sides of cash for keys. I lived in a REO property. What does that mean? I lived in a property that got repossessed by the bank while I was living in it. Meaning the person that I was paying rent to at that time got foreclosed on. Bro, don't ever, 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 ever live in an REO. If you find out, this was a hustle at one point, well, people got to know the game. At one point, you could go find people that was living in an REO and get money for putting them up on game. What happens if you live in an REO? Read this. You get cash for your keys, y'all. It is a term that the banks have, and they have allotments. You wouldn't even believe how much cash for keys to go up for. What does this mean? If you had a property and you was paying it to a landlord, paying money to a landlord, and the landlord lost the property and now the bank owns it, if they want to get your keys, first of all, you can just not be paying your rent for a minute until you get into this process, right? Because you preparing to move out because you're in an unstable situation anyway. Just know that. So in your preparation, you not paying that, and they're going to want to get you out of here. They're going to come make you an offer called cash for keys. Put a 1 in the chat if you didn't know that. Come on. If you did know that, put a 2 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you didn't know that. Okay, my man said, I used to know a lot about cash for keys. Seriously, though, I want to see what y'all knew about cash for keys. Tell me you knew that, and then I stop talking about it. Oh, they didn't know that? Okay, cool. So let me break it down. Don't think about yourself all the time. See, that'll be the problem. Always keep yourself in mind, but think about other people that don't know this, that you know, and this can help. If you know anybody that lived in a property and they house and they think it's a bad situation that they landlord lost the property to the bank, bruh, read what it say right here. See, let me read what it say right here. NPR can provide property occupants the negotiated cash on the behalf of the service when the occupant vacates the dwelling in exchange for a pre-agreed upon sum of money. Y'all didn't know that? Oh my God, cats wasn't getting cash for keys? See, dudes like do a lot of illegal shit when there's enough legal shit to do. Now, let me tell you something, dog. The smartest people who was taking advantage of the law all legally, bruh, was beating these motherfucking banks up, dog. Beating their head up. Making them break bread. Let me show you the conjunction that we have figured out. A big loophole. They have a squatters law in California. I don't know where you live, bro. Check this out, my dude. This is real shit. This the type of shit black people don't talk about and be letting motherfucker be broke right next to you while you got some money and you want to act like you a D-boy or some stupid ass shit like you got a magic money line instead of just telling motherfuckers. I be hating that shit. I get away from them and I always say I'm a ball harder than them. Any motherfucker who like that know that's our lives. I've been balled harder than y'all. All y'all secret money motherfuckers. I told people from the gate, bruh, being generous with information, it don't hurt your hustle. So one of y'all gonna go do this and now I'm not gonna get picked for the job. That's that Nagarli crabs in the barrel stuff. Oh, you say you had a truck? You got a truck? Oh, check this out. That's all you be needing a lot of the time to get things going. But I want to focus on this cash for keys real quick, and then I'm going to get in on that for people who ain't knowing. So what we basically saying is, as you see, what the banks have figured out is giving you, let me tell you, they're going to read it right here and then I'll explain it. In many instances, the Cash for Keys program is much faster and less expensive for stakeholders and worthwhile alternative to lengthy eviction process. What does that mean? Bro, even if you go broke, I'm just trying to tell people how to get up out of a peril. You sitting there and they, oh shit, oh, my landlord sold the house, I'm going to get, nah, man, that's to your advantage. See, this is what happened. When the first foreclosure process went down, an eviction could go up to from 10 to 25,000. You know that, right? Every person that had to evict, the bank had to spend 10 to 25,000 to get them up out the house. So what they do? These properties ain't owned by individual people. They owned by stakeholders and they're controlled by asset managers. So the asset managers was like, this is stupid. Why are we spending $25,000 to evict somebody out of house in peril when we could just give them less money than that to give us the keys? So it started being called Cash for Keys. Now, this is one site telling you all you got to do is go Google Cash for Keys and you're going to get more information on that. So now, if you a hustler in the hood and you see people, look, Cash for Keys, Department of Real Estate. So now you can hear it from the Department of Real Estate. The challenge to successful market REO properties has given rise to the growing practices as Cash for Keys. God, get some cash for some keys. At least this time when the market collapses, if you ain't getting no cash for no keys, you tripping. Ain't got to be your keys. So how you help other people with this? Don't you know people that don't know this? So if I wanted to do one of these companies right now, even though this is kind of played for me, if I would have did this like when this first came popping, I probably could have carved out more things. The business for you is finding people who aren't familiar with this, that are in that peril, and saying, look, let me negotiate with your bank. You got evicted? Well, that's cool. Let me negotiate with your bank. I'm going to get some bread out of it. You going to get some what? I'm about to get evicted. My family, how you going to get some bread? Bro, this is what I do. Let me negotiate for your bank here, right? Bow. If you want to have the power of attorney and all that, then you're going to have to start talking to somebody else about that. But that is helpful. And so that was just something. And so, again, when I said I managed 26 properties, you might have thought I was saying that I was just mowing the lawn or having people do the lawn for 26. Nah, each property you get managed, all of these steps have to transpire. And they can transpire without you ever lifting a finger. But I ain't that type of person. I like to do some of the work. You know what I'm saying? So instead of trying to click on this so what's making national field representatives, and I'm just using them as an example, the first people I pulled up on the internet, excuse me. What's making them the place where a contractor should log in and try? I don't know if I don't know this company because I could be just like them. All they have to do is have the work. So what do they got then? What do I mean? They got, dude, I'm telling you, when it first started, you could go to Bank of America and put a /, yo. People didn't know this. When it first happened, you could go to Bank of America, put a /, and then I forgot what it was, contracting, or it was something like that, and just sign right up right there before they started requiring other things. So what I'm saying is all these people have is aligned with asset managers that will make sure that they got some properties, and they even taking property registrations right here. So as you see, this is something anybody could be doing. And they're getting their contractors right here. So now let's say you a contractor all over the world. Y'all signed up to this. I'll get a job someplace else. I'm going to go look through my contractor database, see who I got in that city, show them what a property is, and say, look, this is what we need on that property. This is how much it is. That's hella easy. That was the second thing I was doing. I got bored with that too, though. I didn't get bored with it. The market changed, and they started putting up different requirements. And so, that's what that was. If y'all got any questions about that before I move on to the next little thing we could build on. And then I'm going to plug a channel that always talk about, let me see, Rico. There's a brother named Rico on YouTube that, man, he got way more game than me. Like, he'd show you how to do it. I'm telling you got to follow this dude, Rico. What's his name, Rico? I'm just going to say Crypto. Rico Crypto. Oh, I got to be able to find his page. My bad. I know I'm subscribed to him. Let me see if I'm subscribed to hella people, though. But this brother be like, he'll show you how to do everything, man. Like, he ain't trying to be, oh, here you go, Rico Copeland. Subscribe to Rico Copeland. Rico is not no clown, yo. Cats think everything is fake. All right. Some people is 100. I ain't even vouching for dude like that, but I'm just going to say that I got some knowledge from this dude and was like, man, he'll show you the lugs.
Finding out what you should be selling online is a breeze nowadays thanks to TikTok. Because if you want to know what the best items are to sell for anybody, let alone a teenager, there's no better place to look, as TikTok is just as valuable of a marketing tool as it is a fun and entertainment tool. And in this video,
Man, Rico gonna really show you. And so I just be sharing his pages because why? Because in your spare time, you could be helping and accumulating and doing stuff. But Rico will show you everything from NFTs to anything, drop shipping. Look.
So you a teenager, and not only are you a teenager, but you're a teenager who is into sneakers. And I was into sneakers as a teenager too. And if I had the brain I had now, then I definitely would have became a sneaker reseller back then. Sneaker reselling is really one of the highest paying side hustles out there, bro, as you continue to hear me say. So today I'm gonna break it down and address exactly how a teenager can start reselling shoes and end up as a full whole sneaker plug. Keep in mind,
hey, Rico ain't no punk, dude. He got game for you.
So another startup cost, or expense I should say, is gas. Now this don't apply to you if you're not driving, but when I was a teenager, I was driving.
So he really break it down for him, and I just wanted to plug his channel just for those reasons. I hit him up on Instagram once when I was starting my NFT project because I believe it or not, he had a lot of knowledge on here about that too. And so yeah, that is what that is. So really what I was just talking about in a nutshell is, securing opportunities, and let me see something. Securing opportunities and taking advantage of those opportunities. Also, what I'm on now is licenses. My new thing is like licenses, like just get every license in the world that we could get. So I want to revisit this. We got a proposal up, and we need more people to chime in on this. We got 25 votes so far. That, to me, that's crazy because we got a lot of crypto holders and we announced it through all our platforms. And we got 25 people who all they digitally just click one button to say yes or no, whether this proposal should be granted. And so I'm saying I'm gonna share the link one more time. All you gotta do is have a MetaMask wallet. Download MetaMask Chrome extension and vote. Read the proposal. And you can submit a proposal like this too. So get down with what's going on in this community. Join our snapshot so you can see when proposals come through. And let's get these numbers up. We got one more week. We need a quorum of 300 to even know, and it's 25 votes. And so we're going to discuss in the group what do we think should be established for. Should we do a weighted vote to where how much bar is in your wallet would equate to how much you're doing? How much bars in your wallet will equate to how much your vote is worth. But we got to get away for the system to work, and if people aren't going to participate with a simple voting process, it's as easy as clicking a like, then that's crazy. But that's cool. I ain't forcing that. Let's get back to what we was talking about. We was talking about some of the great ins and outs about cash for keys. So say I'm going to use my Smashrock Mind right now, right? And I'm about to sit here and show you how you turn cash for keys into just a legal business. It's just monetizing information. A lot of people that we know don't know the information that I just discussed, right? We know that, so have you ever been seeing these, are you losing your house type of things? That just be people doing that, but they do it with less tact. First and foremost, if there are people in your community that when this starts to happen, that might be faced with this situation, as a business person, you will want to identify which homes those are. And one of the best things you could do is to help them find out whether they know about being monetarily compensated for their departure. So you probably don't want to be like, cash for keys, cash for keys. You want to have good wording, like I just said. They could be monetarily compensated to leave the premises. This is what I do, this is what I negotiate, and I only ask for 10%. So what that mean? That mean that you could you can negotiate their cash for keys situation and ask for 10%. They get say they got $7,500 to leave the property, you get $750. That ain't nothing, that's help. And they hella happy, you hella happy. Because now they got what you gonna calculate in is moving expenses, and a few other things. But that is a real thing to do. I ain't never had to do that though. Because I was finding different ways to do it. But what's up with the chat? Let's get some information, some back and forth, some feedback. Maybe y'all can share. And another thing Rico teaches about that's really good on his page is drop shipping, yo. Come on, man. He got breakdowns like, look, you can start right now today with no money. And he'll show you what he made and everything, man. This dude ain't playing. He got 100,000 subscribers. Look.
All right, so I'm gonna cut right to the chase, bro. I will not be mentioning affiliate marketing. I will not be mentioning drop shipping or any of that stuff that honestly the average person would have a hard time succeeding in. Instead, I'm gonna focus on one way that I know for a fact that most people with a laptop, a little bit of ambition, and a few hours a day could actually do. And not to mention, this method has absolutely no age limit. In fact, I know.
Man, I'm saying, get in the Rico videos. Do some of the stuff he said and see if it worked. Bro, them Fiverr jobs, people crazy, yo. Like, you could do anything on Fiverr and really get a job and really be doing it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't got much to say. Much more to say. Like I said, if there's any more along these lines we want to discuss, put it up in the chat. But really, it was just, little things about being the person that secured the business. Right now, I got a deal with Empire. I be seeing so many. I know it ain't Empire Records. I'm going to say distribution. I mean, a lot of people got to deal with Empire, but I'll be seeing so many people wage and leverage their deal with Empire in the conscious community. I mean, not the conscious community, in the hip hop community or whatever. Like, yo, I'll get you on Empire. And I'm like, dang. So that's just like, basically, this world is crazy. But what I'm saying is, there are opportunities that some people are leveraging that we might just be overlooking. That we can Empire, one of the biggest distribution labels right now, and having a line with them is good. Give me a second, 1 second. Yeah. So lately, I just been I'm preparing for next year. I'm about to start something. Oh, this is what I was on. My food hustle. So look, my wife is a really good cook, and I'm trying to get a juice to do this company, but I'm gonna do it the way I do things. So let me show y'all what we about to do. Let me see. I said I was talking about food carts and food trucks. Hold on. But I had this other thing. Let me see. Yeah, food booths. There you go. Look, I've been Googling that. So I want to come up like this. Look, this stuff is clean though, but I'll just be looking at stuff like this. This is crazy. Not even that one, right? Let's go back. I want to come street booth, food booth for a minute because I've been seeing that. First of all, I want to get one of these. Man, my partner got one of these. We talking about little side hustling. Come on, be modest. I ain't gonna be I know you know how to do it. Let me show y'all something, man, if y'all don't understand something. Let me see. Instagram, Winky Dinky. My homie own Winky Dinky dogs, y'all. Y'all gonna be laughing. Let me see if I can type it up. Winky Dinky dogs, bro. Remember Winky Dinky dogs? Look, my partner owned this really. And so, look, Winky Dinky dogs. Let's see if this is his for real, though. Let me make sure this is his. This might be something else. Hold on. Tyranny on Winky Dinky dogs. He one of the owners, but I don't see him on this site, so I'm pretty sure there's some other people with that name in other cities or whatever. But I'm trying to find my man company. Anyway, oh yeah, there we go. Look, see? Now look. My man is no joke right here, bro. You might be like, look at Blood with the Jordan Dunks on or whatever, selling hot dogs. If that's your brain, then your brain, boo-boo. Tyranny's a boss, another Oakland boss. And when I say that, I mean the type of person who get to work. So I didn't mean that he owned this little cart right here. This is he got a whole food service like this where he sell these carts. This is how it all started, one cart at a time. Winky Dinky Dogs, Merry Christmas, everyone. And so this is what I'm saying. He sell these carts. I damn near wanted to get one of his just for the fun, like Winky Dinky Dogs, that's cracking. They got they set up, you feel me? And we need to be more, I'm saying, I love my brother for showing that, look, man, you could get out here and get it cracking, look. So he got 2 Winky Dinky Dog carts in Oakland, and look how it's staying cracking. Now, my one partner got a cart like this. He say he made 800 in like 4 hours. So I was like, you can't, he like, man, every time I go out, he's like, I only go out like on the weekends. I get 800 in 2 days and be cool. I'm like, what? And so what we talking about here? I ain't talking about nothing. If you want to talk about something complicated and with the money, we could do that too. But I'm talking about little side hustle. So this is my man Tyranny right here and his Winky Dinky Dogs business. But what I was saying is I want one of these, not to just do this, but to showcase some of my wife's food at food festivals. I'm gonna have to go a little bit bigger than this, but I know the ins and outs of it because I've thrown a lot of festivals, and I see that it could be a thing. Somebody said they was about to buy a food truck. Yeah, I want to talk about that too. That's what I'm about to get into and discuss. So me and my wife, we gonna walk our way up and let the product prove itself and let the product buy everything. We just gonna start with the product. But they out here in the hood with the Winky Dinky Dogs, man. Shout out to Tyranny. You feel me? And so, look. And we going down. And so why am I showing this? Because I'm showing this, man. Check this out, man. My one partner, Lex, told me he get like 800 every time he roll out the cart. I don't know where the best places to put vendors. Look at Shamar Moore on the Winky Dinky Dogs. You feel me? I think he a part of this business too. And so, trust me, I could hook you up with Tyranny and you could go get your cart, or we could just keep talking about what we was talking about. We gonna start it from the ground up like this, me and my wife. So what I'm gonna do is just get her booth design. It's only a G. Matter of fact, hit the Cash App to help us get towards that. Come on, y'all know what y'all do. Y'all be some healthy supporters. I love y'all. So look, get you one of these, bruh. You in the gate. All them, you know how much money you make at a festival? Yo, let me tell you. If you can have something simple like fried chicken or something, you're going to make so much money at a festival, it's going to be crazy. But this one right here is kind of like how I want to start, right? So let's talk about the minimal investment. They hitting you off. Let's talk about the full investment as far as I know it. You got your booth, you looking cool. You want some aprons and stuff too, you know what I'm saying? You're going to need whatever. Now, I've been thinking about this. You want to be selling something that sell, right? But you don't want too much labor. So you can think of everything from like smoothies, which will go. Smoothies going to go everywhere. So where all you need is some blenders and some refrigerators. And maybe not even a freezer, maybe a freezer. To pull that off for a day. But that ain't our style. My wife could cook and I want to get something. So we thinking about our own thing, but I'm talking about in general, this is anybody's stuff. Next, you obviously gonna need a street vending license. You're gonna need the health department to look at your setup to make sure that it's legal wherever you set it up. And you rocking. That's all cheap. That'd be like 200 bones, bro. So now you got your cart, you know, they got laws on whether you can put it inside the tent or outside the tent. You just got to learn all those laws. I only know that from throwing music festivals. But I'm going to go this route and get it started just like this. And we're going to be doing like, not really festivals, music festivals, but more like farmers markets and stuff. And hopefully that'll lead to a restaurant. You know it is. Man, my sister restaurant is so cracking. I mean, not her little bakery shop, so cracking in the back that I could just, she started straight making cupcakes at my mama's house. She got one of the biggest cupcake shops in the whole back. You feel me? And so we tried vending machines before, but I wasn't. All they wind up doing is just sitting there and shit. Hold on one second. All right. Oh, but now that property, that land banking now, come on, man, that's what I'm on. And so I'm thinking to go from this to like a food cart maybe next, right? Get the money from doing this, go to a food cart. I mean, not the little cart, I want one that go behind the truck, like food trailer. Right? And then you got a food trailer, you really getting it in. This is hella funny, dude. What they talking about, 2 G's? Come on, man. They better let that go. Alibaba gonna have you messed up. This thing gonna be like a remote control car. But if this wasn't, though, this would be raw. Let me see. That's killing them. If you could just pull up like that, come on, man. Hold on. I need to get some money for endorsing these Chinese Alibaba products. I'll funk that out. Man, you gonna get an issue up out of there. People gonna even come to it because it looks different. Man, whatever 10R is, that ain't a lot of money. But it's probably hella slow, you feel me? I'm just saying. It look good, but I'm saying that's what I want to do, work it up to. You know what I'm saying? So if they cheap like this, you could probably start with that. This is just Alibaba. When you look at stuff in the United States, it's gonna be a lot more. They be a lot more expensive. But just like somebody was saying in the chat, they was talking, man, come on, man, this is all what? Where else they just be having these conversations? So I just wanted to see, you could go to eBay and start looking. Them mugs be like 15, 20. You feel me? Maybe you want to finance one, that's good. That's different. So look at these. These ain't buy it now prices. If this was running, dude, that's too not good. I mean, you have to get it sprayed. That's too, you don't want to have that. You want to be cleaner than that. But now, what's to say? What's to buy it now? So what we talking about here is the same type of stuff I was talking about making that video company. Smaller, it's just the same thing everybody do in America, man. Small initial investment or sacrifice. Wait until the money that you get back is more than so. They see something like small like this, well, I don't want to be spending too much money. I mean, I'm not on the market right now, not to be misleading, but I'm just showing what we would like to do. Damn, if you could get something like that for 14 racks, you know how quick you're going to make that 14 racks back? Like, do you know how quick you're going to make that? Probably, if you got the right food in there, you might make that back at one festival. You think not? Please. Some of the vendors at our events used to make so much money. Don't get no liquor license. Do not get no liquor license. And be a mobile liquor license. You know, I can tell you how to get a mobile liquor license for one day right now. Go through a 501c3, bro. That's gang. Oh, that was worth so much money what I just told you right there. You could have this and not even have your liquor license. Simply open up a 501c3 and get what's called a 1-day liquor license. You know that, right? You know that, right? Y'all don't be dealing with alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. We just deal with drug dealers, huh? We don't know nothing that's legal about it. Dang. So you trying to tell me you didn't know that you could get a liquor license for 1 day by any 501c3? See? All right, well, that's why it's good to watch my channel. I give out jewels so that it's good to watch my channel. That's the truth. How about let's look this up? No, I'm going to take y'all to ATF. The way we really do it. Oakland, ATF. Let me see. Because this is how you gotta know the people here, bro. You don't know the people here, bro? Dang, man, y'all tripping. Where you know the people at? I know the people at ATF, the sister in Oakland, right here at Clay Street. You don't know her? Well, anyway, what you have to do is, if you got a nonprofit with you, obviously for well-qualified legal purposes, alcohol and tobacco, let's see. And so you'll find out in here how to get your 1-day liquor license. But I'm not tripping off of that right now. Let me see. But that's the truth. And so, license services, here we go. So, these are all firearms. But yeah, but you'll talk to your local person and they got this one piece of paper. You fill it out, you can get a liquor license for the day. Yeah, you could do that. And it's a mobile liquor license too. You just got to tell them where you're going to be at. Yep. And so that's the biggest hustle. So if you don't need a nonprofit to do that, you just need the information that I have. And you go to somebody with a nonprofit and say, look, I need you to sign off. It's just one piece of paper. And if you, I mean, they don't got no reason to say no. I never got one not approved. They don't got no reason to say no. And it only costs $50 in Oakland. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but some of the funds supposed to go back to the nonprofit, but they all don't gotta go back. And so you just tell the person with the nonprofit, here go your bread for hooking it up for the day. Come on, man. Let me see. Let's see what Google know about that. Nonprofit liquor license. Day. I mean, I know this is the truth because I've done it before. So experience trumps everything. Look, daily license, alcohol beverage control. Look, $50. How much did I say? Did I say it was going to cost $50 or not? Come on, man. If you want to get this real money, you're going to do shit legal. Do you know that that's better than any dope spot in the world? It's better than anything nefarious. This is what you do. Here go the license. So now this is what you got to do is start looking over the licenses. This is all you need. Remember when I start saying licenses is all I'm about now? Bruh, take what I'm saying and do it, and you're going to be like, dog, I just got this off YouTube, off Smash Page. That shit worked. Bruh, you can go anywhere. Look at this. Let's just read what they allow legally. Hold on, man. All you gotta be is tied in with a nonprofit. You're not about to get this if you're not with no nonprofit. I'm just telling you the back door. But this don't even say that on the front pages. You probably could do it without a nonprofit, but to make it go through, you need to be with a nonprofit. And so at some point they'll tell you this: daily license application. Complete all applicable, submit the application to your local ABC district with the required fee payable. One daily fee is one daily license. Once the daily license is issued, the fee cannot be refunded. List of ABC district offices. So look, your organization name, your tax ID. This is all, this is going to be maybe they got a different one for nonprofits, but this is where, again, either you put in your org or you going to be putting the people the nonprofit that's applying. I forgot. And so I'm not giving no instructions. I'm just showing that that's legal. Now look at this. Special daily beer and wine. It's all you really want to sell. $50, y'all? So look where you can sell it at. Amateur sports organization. This is your license type. Charitable, civic, cultural. That means like if you want to have beer for sale at the next Amara event, you feel me? It could be legal and you could be for $50 getting your money. Fraternity, political, religious, or social. Now, if you want it for $75, you could do a political party affiliated supporting a candidate for public office and ballot, meaning you need a license to sell some brew at the elections. You know, if you wanted to do something new and outrageous, I bet you get hella support. But anyway, organizing, form a specific charity or civic purpose, a fraternal organization in existence over 5 years with regular membership, religious organization. These are all the people who they're giving licenses to sell liquor for one day. Now, okay, so special temporary license. Nonprofit corporate per section. There we go with the nonprofit stuff. And this is where you probably put the stuff or whatever, $100. But that most always goes through when you're a nonprofit. Here go your event details. So you can't just willy-nilly go selling beer anywhere. But you could be selling beer. Now I can tell you how to get the beer for cheap. And for free. I can tell you how to get it for cheap and for free. Believe me or not. Trust me. I can tell you how to get it for free. So event dates, the total amount of days. So look, right here it's telling you that you could do this for more than one day. It's a daily license, but you're just going to have to pay daily. Total number of days, hours, blah, blah, blah. So now any person, willy-nilly, Bob Willie, can go to any event in America. You could go to Coachella and sell liquor. You just got to know how. So big festivals, I'm already going to tell you they're going to have liquor vendors, somebody who probably paid them a lot, sum of money to be able to sell liquor there or what have you. But did you know that you didn't need nothing special? Like if you at the Pumpkin Fest in your city or the African Festival or the, whatever, the Crawdad Festival, that you could be the booth with that long ass line that only sell beer and wine. And I can tell you how to do it with no money for the beer or the wine. But we talking about how to be a boss, dog, and not how to just be all scared and tiptoe around shit. How you do it? Somebody say in the chat, how you do it with no money? Not on no credit. You don't need no credit. Don't be silly. How you do? I'm not going to tell you how to. If you had credit, you watching the wrong show. Credit is good to have. I'm not against that. But if you got that figured out, you got everything figured out. I'm talking about the people who don't got it figured out that's trying to get their stuff right. Can somebody put in the chat, if you secure this license, you take this down to Oakland or to your city, to the ABC, all right? You filled out all this information. Look, event type, it could be a barbecue. It could be a birthday, a concert, a carnival, a dance, a dinner, a festival, lunch, a mixer, a picnic, a sporting event, social gathering, or a wedding. Man, come on, man. Stop playing. I know, all right, so at this point, I know y'all know this is game. So let me keep going. Now, type of entertainment, don't ever put hip hop. How about that? Trust me, put music, whatever you want to do, don't put hip hop. Event open to the public, yes. I mean, if it is, estimated attendance, security guards. You're going to need, at a minimum, in Oakland or in my area, you're going to need to know how many security guards you need per people. Most insurance going to say 75 to 100, one security guard per 75 to 100 people. Some rowdier places might say one security guard per 50 people. So you got an event with, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 people, 20 security guards is a lot. Walking around a club that got 1,000 capacity, that's way too much security. I mean, that's a lot of security. But this is the questions you got to answer right. And you got to know how to answer them right. Required, by checking this box, you're certifying that you understand the requirements detailing business and profession. So now we can stop selling shea butter. Ain't nothing wrong with selling shea butter. But beer and wine go better, go harder. I'm just keeping it a buck. Didn't I say something about being the boss? So you telling me at the next event at the lake in Oakland that you got the legal wine and beer set up? You think you only gonna make 5 racks? You think you only gonna make 10 G's? You tripping. I mean, if you got a crowd of 1,000 people, how many of them about to buy a beer? Say you mean, come on, but we wanted to talk about, since nobody put it in the chat, how to get the beer for free. That let me know that this gotta be valuable. Yeah, because I would have never known how to do that if I hadn't experienced this. So anyway, you got this paper, contact, signatures, approvals. This is what you do. Let me show you. You do this first, right? Do this first. And get the stamp of approval on this document. Now, guess what you do? You got permission to sell liquor on a certain date, certain time. You just ain't got the liquor. Guess where you go? To your local liquor distributor. Trust me. The people in the warehouses who got hella liquor sitting there waiting to ship it to stores love one-day events, bro. They love them. I got so much liquor brought out for free before you wouldn't even understand it. You just want to contact a representative at a local liquor distributor. Any of them, dog. You can even contact a local brewery in your town, bruh. Don't be silly. They don't even probably know this. A lot of people don't, else they would be just doing it. So sometimes you go to events and you see the people doing it. That's who know. So what do I mean? You could contact any local. The first people, no one's ever said no, by the way. I've never got a no. Never. It's always 100% hit rate. This is what I'm telling you. If you secure this license, which only costs from $50 to $100 for the biggest one, and you step to a liquor distributor or a brewery with this license in your hand, You getting the free liquor, no question. Now, they might sponsor the liquor and actually give it to you for you to make the profit. But most of the times they're going to give you the liquor up front and y'all going to cut y'all going to break bread together. Meaning you didn't have to have no money to be this person. You had to have $100. And then you need the equipment to sell the liquor. And if you're sharp enough, you're going to get that sponsored too by the distributor. That's not hard. That's all 100% legal. No one running up on your booth. You chilling. And the money that you're going to be holding at the end of the day is going to be bigger than a lot of things that you ever held before. You think I'm playing? It depends on the size of your event. But it don't need to be your event. What you do is you pay for booth space at somebody else's event. Oh, that's easy, man. That's just another day hustle. Daily license. You ain't messing with the licenses, you boo-boo. So a liquor distributor I used to mess with in the Bay. I told you, what I say? I said, something about to deal with Lagunitas. Because big fish only leave scrap for the bottom feeders. They only leave scraps. But deal, you know, there's a lot of local breweries and dispensaries you could hook up with. Once you got that paperwork, you going to have the beer. That's easy. It's all about how good you negotiate y'all splits and all that stuff. And really, you don't want to be greedy. 50% is cool because you're getting it for nothing. Now you got to pay your staff, and you need real brewers. Girls who know, people who know how to pour. They've been pouring already. Man, that's easy. My partner got that running so good right now. I don't know. Let me see some feedback in the chat. What y'all say about that? Somebody said, why not hip hop? Oh, because they're going to get on your head. Because if it's hip hop, it's known for being more violent, the type of entertainment. And so they're less likely to give you liquor for the type of events that are known to be more violent. Like, you feel me? So when you click concert over here, it's already putting you into one of the red flag categories. Then when you put hip hop, you know, you could call the same insurance people and want to get your event insured for hip hop or want to get it insured for jazz. And you're going to get two different prices, obviously, because people don't get shot at jazz events that much. But I would just use another term. So normally, like, I just don't put hip hop rap. I would just put urban, you know, top 40. I'll put anything to just not let them box it in like that. Even for this, it was not called a concert. We roll with festival. You need to throw a music festival, not a concert. Those are two different insurance categories. But yeah, I don't know. I did my bill for the morning. I don't know. Anybody out there, what y'all think? Who gonna be grabbing them for one of these next events and doing their liquor? Hopefully one person will come across this video and it'll help them. And, you know, and that's cool. Matter of fact, I'm about to get on this. Man, this is what I'm about to do. I'm getting on this quick. Let me see. What's the next event in the Bay for this next summer? I want to be someplace with the liquor. Oh, my God. What's the next event that's big? I'm about to get on it right now. All you got to do is get some booth space, yo. They're going to have limited booth space for liquor vendors. And I ain't just going to limit it to the Bay. I'll do all of California, man. Let us pull up, man. I might do that once or twice. But anyway, felt cool this morning. Talked about some good stuff that I hope some young brothers and sisters could use. Shout out to anybody. I see you putting the fire up in the chat. Shout out for that. I'm looking at this market go crazy on the crypto, and I ain't even tripping right now. But I'm trying to figure when is the new dive point? Like, when is it time to make sure you got something so that it can help your family in a couple years, 2 to 3, maybe 4 years. I don't know. Who knows? Ain't no time frame on it. Rico Copeland, so follow Rico Copeland too. Cause he talk about the type of stuff I'm talking about all the time. Like that's all he do. All right, so some of the research I'm about to do today just for my own personal self. And I always talk about this and I don't know how people receive it. But here go the website. You should have an account here just like you got an account at Facebook. Don't think you don't got nothing, man. I hate that thought. I ain't got the money. I ain't got the this. I ain't got the that. Shut up. You never gonna have it. If that's how you think, you never gonna have it. I don't ever. Look, I'm just being modest and showing the modest way. Like if I turn off, I'm not gonna think for the ground. Like if I go back and look at the trucks, I probably wanted to try to spend like, if I could, maybe 30 racks to get that food truck. But in all modesty, we showing the way that you could do it with 500, with 1,000. What's up with my mouse? Oh, yeah, it had me thinking my thing was frozen. So I just shared this bid for assets. You feel me? Somebody said they just went to the taco festival in Vegas the other day. I should have got a day liquor license to get some get back. Man, we all need to start thinking like that. Trust me, you could talk to any local brewery. So this is what happened. So this is how you do it on a small scale, B. I'm just going to tell you. For real, let's go back to it. I didn't discuss it. I didn't talk. Every local brewery know me. Look, this is who we started with. Linden Street. Linden Street Brewery provided all the liquor for our first festival. Well, we had our liquor, Linden Street Brewery. This is how I learned the daily liquor license game and all that stuff. I didn't have to pay, my crew didn't have to pay for none of the liquor. All we needed was pouring equipment and some other stuff. Then we was splitting like 50-50 with them. And you know me, each year in business, you're supposed to try to get more than you got last time. So I was looking for deals that was better than 50-50. Look, because it worked like this. Y'all got the liquor, I got the people. Who more important? The people, that's how I negotiate. The people gonna be there and they gonna get liquor somehow. I'm talking to you right now, though, and you got the liquor. What is it worth for us to come together? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a 50-50. You see, you gonna sit here with the liquor on my date of my event. Say my event is 2 days from now. I don't be speaking like this harsh. I got more tact than that. But this is my brain what I'm executing. You gonna be sitting there with the liquor, say the event is 2 days from now. If we don't do this deal, you're gonna be able to get 100% of that liquor sales whenever they transpire, but it won't transpire in 2 days. I got 2,000 people guaranteed bought tickets. Just say 1,000 people bought tickets for this event that I'm vending at. Let's say I let you get, 40%. You get 40% of every sale. 50% is off. But anyway, I don't want to start talking about that. But what I'm saying is you can go to get kegs. Or how about this? You really just say, all right, forget it. Let's not even do that. Just front me the kegs. Front me the kegs. If you're doing it small, they're going to front you the kegs and you think they're not going to give you no kegs. You tripping, dude. It's not one brewery that's not going to give you no kegs. If you walk in with this paperwork. The paperwork that I showed earlier. I mean, trust me, we get gallon. You get so much liquor, they not tripping off that. There's no one. They trying to get their liquor. So that's the end of that one. And then on my way out, I was just re-recommending bid for assets. Because when we talk about accumulating assets, this is, look at all the counties that they feature. Grays Harbor County, Washington. Douglas County, Snohomish County, Carbon County. I mean, they go everybody. The County of Los Angeles, Philadelphia. So what is this about? This is about accumulating assets, not really stuff to live in. Shout out to my sister. I seen her put up a video about stuff she bought with her crypto. I think she bought like some house in Michigan or whatever and all this other stuff that she bought when crypto was. I'm like, good for you. My way of doing things like that is being aware of this. Let's see what the chat say. Okay, he said the warehouses give out or host, should I say, parties are for distributors. Yeah. Yeah, those distribution warehouses, you could just talk to a representative there. They're all trying to sell liquor. And the person who sell the most liquor there is the biggest boss. So you could talk to them and be like, look, I got this many tickets sold and I got this license. I don't got no liquor. Can we do a deal? You're going to be like, hell yeah. So why I be saying people should be at bid for assets? Before I stop and start, I'm about to stop and start. I'm turning into a game. I'm trying to turn myself into a gamer for this winter season. So I'm getting ready to be a gamer. What I'm doing for the is making sure my crew and stuff, we got enough performances for next year. I'm not making no scholastic endeavors. My only scholastic endeavors are going to be towards the Murray and Patas style to see what's up with the grammatical structure of that word Israel, or does it say Syria like I think it says. Work on some of my toys, and I'm about to be a gamer. I want to, because I was a gamer when I was younger. And all right, so I'm in here. So they just telling you my watch list, biz auctions I won. 3 auctions that I won in here. 2 for my company, 1 for myself. And really, this is about getting property. So, you know, at a certain age, you like, man, I need to have something in my name, man. It can't just be cars and little silly stuff. Well, if that crossed your head, then here go an easy, quick way. To avoid all the red tape. Hold on, I'm about to get more comfortable. I'm about to get ready to end this. Hold on. But to avoid all that red tape, man. We was looking at properties in here the other day with so many come-ups. But this is a county tax sale. Again, every time we talk about this, we need to know the difference between a tax sale and a tax lien sale, as people can get confused. A tax sale is where you will acquire the real property. A tax lien sale is where you have a chance at acquiring the property, but what you're going to acquire is the lien. 2 different, excuse me. I just turned on my speakers by accident. Damn. But those are 2 different type of acquisitions or processes of asset acquisition. Let me show you. If I type tax lien versus tax deed, they'll explain it for you. And none of these got nothing to do with foreclosure. This is the state. So look, tax deed state auctions off the real estate. That's what I've been trying to say. And you don't have to live in that state to participate in it. Also, somebody said, wait, why would a brewery trust you to bring back the proper funds? Nah, breweries ain't stupid, and you ain't stupid either. So you let them staff it in most instances. That's all. Come on, man, it's easy business. So basically say you're doing a 50-50, right, and you let them staff it, and you let them pour, but you let your person count the cups. Simple as that, bro. This is easy work. Meaning, if you got the people, you win. So you can set it up any way you want. If you got the drinkers, you win. That's how business works. That's why Kanye was winning, because he had the people who wanted to buy his product. So any company would hook up with him. You feel me? And so again, that's just the reason why they definitely ain't gonna like. So this is what'll happen. When I dealt with a distributor, they didn't staff it, but they sent a representative. And they know their liquor by the weight of it. So when you're dealing with a real company, you can't do nothing like that. You just get sued. You know, you can't do, this ain't the streets. It's ways they do things. And for the way they did it, they sent one representative and an 18-wheeler full of kegs. I think it was like 32 kegs, or maybe even more than that. Now, at the end of the day, they simply accounted the kegs and we broke bread. Whoever bringing in the money again. And so this is what they will also do. In some instances, they'll say, I had some years where they did the front all the way up front, but they asked for what was called a collateral check. This means you have to cut a check to the distributor that they won't cash. And they're gonna put a certain amount, they'll normally put the wholesale amount of the liquor. You cut a check for the wholesale amount of the liquor, that's a collateral check that they won't cash. If you know this terminology, it's even gonna help you. You be like, if you tell them, I'll give y'all a collateral check. They hold that check and never cash it. And you come back and pay them the bread. And they weigh their liquor and see how much got drank. It's that easy. And so they probably gave it to you at wholesale. You obviously selling it from $8 and up for 12 ounces. So back to the tax deeds. A tax deed state auction off the real estate when property owners become delinquent. Somebody said, do y'all not have the ABLE Commission out there? You don't want to mess around with the ABLE Commission. I don't know what the ABLE Commission is talking about. What is that referring to? Property taxes, or what are you talking about? Gullah. And what country do you live in? Do you mean in our state or in America? But if you're dealing with ABC or ATF, if you're talking about the liquor, they're going to tell you everything to do legally. They're not going to have you out there. Especially if you start developing a relationship with somebody, if that's what you're referring to. They're not going to have you out there. You're not trying to do boo-boo business. They'll tell you everything that you need in order to make sure that things are done correctly. Oh yeah, for the liquor license, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you live in the United States? I don't know about the ABLE Commission, but we never had to deal with them. All we had to deal with was ABC, who gives out the licenses. I don't know anything about any of that, but I'm just speaking from my experience. And so back to the tax deed states. So if you live in a tax deed state, you get the property. A tax lien state sells tax certificates to investors when homeowners become delinquent. I think Arizona is like a tax lien state. California is a tax deed state. So if you're thinking about quick flips, you're more like thinking about a tax deed. If you're thinking about hands-off investments where you get percentage payback on your money, you want to buy a tax lien. Are they legal? Hell yeah, they legal. They're sold to you by the government. So I could just bypass any of those questions. We just answer what's the difference. But why would you do this? Let's look at this. Say you got 10 G's sitting up. You could go smaller. I like to go smaller. Say you got 2,500 sitting up. I mean, 2,500, even if you don't got it sitting up, you could get that hella easy. And so, tax lien payout. Tax lien, I want to see. What's it called? Interest rate. Look, the property owners are, from 10 to 12%. So that's what you'll be earning on your money. Investing in property tax liens. It's one of the biggest paybacks uh, you know, like even if you got some stocks, if they give you 10 or 12% back at the end of the year, you just bubbled. Everybody like to get more than that. But that's what they be ranging at 10 to 12%. You buy a tax lien, they normally pay back from about 10 to 12%. But that's say the property owner must repay the investor the entire amount of the lien interest, which varies from one state to another, but it's typically between 10 to 12%. So as long as that lien is on that money, you be getting this interest, and then you get all the money that you paid back. It's crazy. And this with the government. So it's not like we talking about crypto or something people don't believe in. But I don't have experience with that. I just had to learn it to understand how to get experience with county tax sales. I've been talking about this for a minute, man, and if don't nobody come back and be like, man, I got this one property, then y'all all tripping. I don't care. Do what y'all do, but I'm just like smacking my lips. I'm going into Los Angeles County, which happens on November. This is a county I stay away from this. I wouldn't waste my time or my research money on this type of auction because the type of information I got, people got more information than me about this. And what I've learned is when you're in these big counties, it's too much competition for us. If you're trying to be, I'm speaking towards the little man, you know what I'm saying? Us. Somebody who ain't stepping to the auction with 200,000. If you step into the auction with 200,000, then you cool. This apply to you too. But look at what they say here. For Los Angeles County, the lowest bid to obtain some property is at $1,400. $1,426. You believe that's fake or you think it's true? But it's not gonna go for $1,400. It's gonna be so much competition that it might get ran up to so high. I've seen things go for 10 times what they start for often. But that's still some property in Los Angeles County for that amount. In order to qualify, you got to put up a 5G deposit. But it's not like that in every county. This is why if you're just trying to get your first asset or your first piece of land, and I could go downstairs and grab the mail and show you how many letters I be getting for people who want to make bids on my company's property. All right? Because once you own it, other people see it and they want to offer you more. And it's like land banking. But if you don't got the $5,000 deposit to become eligible, you just find a different auction, a different county. Now watch. Some of these counties, so what? So what if it's in Wyoming? Who cares about that? None of that matters. That's why people in China buy property in America. So here they want 2 G's for the deposit, see? So different counties gonna want different things, and you obviously want to find some place that you fit into right. They want $2,500, but they got bids starting as low as $700. So what does this mean? This means you can have your name on the deed to a property for, if you was to win this one, for as low as $700. There's various factors that anybody researching these type of properties want to tap into. Look, this says El Dorado County, California is offering 345 parcels. So this inventory is kind of high. The question is, how many of the 345 parcels does the average person have the time to research? See? Time and money. So in an auction like this, you can say that with this mid to high inventory right here, there's so many parcels that something gonna slip through the cracks. And you will probably be the only person who bidded on it and be like, damn, I just got this property for real. What to do now? And it be yours. So I'm just going to look in this county just for the fun of it. And I'm telling you, y'all, don't waste time on the internet. At least just let whatever you're looking at have the potential to bring some gain into your life. Don't just be looking at the laughing on the Instagram going up the feed and it make you laugh hella loud, so you're going to keep looking. Like they distracting you. So, this transpired already. So now we can look, see somebody snuck one. No, that closed. It didn't sell. So you can look at the result. We're looking at the results of this auction. All right. And so now you can see what stuff start at. This, you need all of this research, but this is real. And to prove how real it is, let's go see what somebody got for $37,000. All right. So they got this property for $37,000. Let's see what it is first. Is assessed at $150,000 land value. See, so in a click of a button, the flip of a switch. But I'm gonna look at cheaper ones. But they just bought a property that it started at 8 racks, 8.4, and they want 65 people bidded on it, and they want it for $37,000. But just the land value is $150,000. Let's go look at what Willow says about it. All right, so here's the property. Zillow, I said Willow. Look, so they got it assessed at $73,000 here. All right, so that person just bought it for $30,000. They could easily go put it on the market right now. This is assessed at $73,000. They got it for $30,000. I put it at $50,000, $60,000. I don't care. You doubling your money. You ain't tripping off the market. Ooh, you gonna undercut the market? Please. I'm gonna get this jet. You see how easy that was and how simple and fast that was? Zillow is assessing this property at $73,000. You can see here this person who ain't no dummy named SM got it for $37,000 in this auction right here. This is a cool come up, but this ain't as big as it gets. And that auction had bid increments of, we're going to go find somebody who slipped through the cracks. Because what happens is people slip through the cracks. You're going to see. So when it say closed, it didn't sell. That means these people came and paid up the taxes and they own the building still. Let me see. What I mean by slip through the cracks, see, they go slip through the cracks. Look at that. Now, 2,800. This person is like me. I don't care what the property look like, but I guarantee you the value gonna be at least 10 times this 2,800. Let's see. It might not be. Maybe they didn't do good. Only one bid. I told you it slipped through the cracks. So right now, just for seeing that, it was such a high inventory on this auction that all the bidders had already got their properties by time this one came up. You feel me? It ain't got no site, but still, they only paid $2,800. Let's see what they say it's worth, or the land value. They don't even got a land value on here, and since it ain't got no site, we'd have to look it up by APN number. Nevertheless, this person acquired it and didn't have any competition in that auction. So that's kind of like, you know. Now, obviously, when it's a more valuable property, it's gonna be going for more money. But the turnover is gonna be greater too. Let's see what that went for $27,000. It ain't got no site, but that happens often. So you can research whether you want a property with a parcel with improvements, something built on top of it, or just land for land banking and not many responsibilities. And so this went for $83,000. It started at $7,000, and it went for $83,000. I told you 10 times. Sometimes stuff will go for 10 times. But what is it supposedly worth? It ain't showing. And I ain't researching nothing else without an address. And so you would have to go through 325 properties in order to feel like you got full-fledged knowledge on what they're about to auction in this auction. It's kind of like a hard task. And this is why opportunity looms in those type of situations. A lot of things were saying close, sold for $3,500. Somebody got them some land for $3,500. Now they're looking at the parcel number, and you can learn how to go look up the APN. Yeah, I never looked at their tutorial links, but I'm pretty sure they got some good tutorial links on here. And when you get your property, just put me on the deed. Nah, just say, hey man, I used that and that worked. I'll be like, you boss. Anyway, this ain't the best. So I would get out of El Dorado County because, first of all, it looked like everything was sold, and I wasn't seeing a lot of stuff that looked lucrative for the lesson. And so I'm gonna go someplace else. Now I'm not clicking on that, but that's how you get different. That's how you get the $1 properties, and they are a real thing. Don't think they not, bro. But don't accidentally spend a dollar buy a property that's in some place. And have you ever heard how they was giving away the $1 houses in Detroit? And if we would have bought them in the 80s, now they worth like 20, 30,000. Like, come on, man, or whatever. Well, they still got that $1 auctions, but I don't mess with that. We bought one piece of property out of that, and it just is a dirt patch. But I just did it to see what happened. It's $1. So you wound up having to pay $500 in taxes. All right. So, I mean, like I said, who wouldn't do that? Why don't you do that tonight? I mean, do it. You'll be owning it for real, but then you got to pay the taxes on it. So, you know what I mean? Like, these parcels in Mississippi are really going for $1. And they got a house right across the street. You think I'm playing? Now, here's the different part about it. The people in that community can't find them for this price. And they probably don't know nothing about this. But this is real, and it's on you. It tells you all the research you need to do. You could just be like, dude, I took $10 and bought hella parcels. So what I knew, at least, was the taxes we did in California right here, $500 for deed preparation. Yeah, it ain't been $1 million in headaches. It's been like the property taxes for the year, really. And really, I mean, I bought one of these. I didn't. My wife did. She just did it just to do it for the fun of it and research. But what happened was we wound up having to pay like $600 and we own it. But I bought an RV too. So you got to be thinking business minded. Because the RV you can rent out. And if you got a parcel of land that you own, you can use your parcel of land for whatever you want to use it for. If they don't have city ordinances. But yeah, I don't recommend, I'm definitely not recommending this page, but I spent hours in here doing research looking for other RV parcels. I think we looked at this house before. And it's about to go in one day, and it's going for $8,600 in Wyoming. Come on, man. Now you can look at the ratings and see what people say even. But you want to do real research. All right, but I'm off this. I'm about to invest in being a gamer right now, I told you. I went and bought some games and just did some stuff. I'm ready to kick it. We're going to have a fun winter time. It's my daughter getting accepted into all these colleges. It just feels so good right now. So let's go back real quick. County tax sales is where we want to be. We want enough time to research and prepare, so you don't want nothing that's coming up. You probably want to go looking over here. and they ain't got nothing else. So let's look at, I don't know, I'm just going to look at Douglas County, Washington. $1,100 is the lowest bid. Only need $1,000 to get in their auction. Cool. They don't got no property folder, but they got the auction folder. And they don't got a big inventory. And most things are they say in preview. So they don't have a huge inventory, so you know, this is the game. But if you come up out of it, you can come up out of it cool, and that's some real stuff. That's another thing to do. And I've been through the complete process. And there's a little bit of research that you have. Oh, they'll say click right here to download the property spreadsheet. I'm sorry. That's what you want to do. Because the property spreadsheet will link to Google in a lot of the times. And look, so now they're going to show you just on the spreadsheet whether it got an address or what have you. See, some of these got addresses. Here go to acreage, 8 acres for how much? 8 acres for $1,500, $1,200. 20 acres for $3,400. Do it have an address? It don't have an address. So you want, I'm on this. This one I'm on, like this one. The address is 2000 Alice Lane in East Wenatchee. So that has an address, and it's only it's only 3,500. So I'm about to look this up. This one is number, let me see, where that 3,500 go? So this is 107-0114. So let's see, 107-0114 is right here. 3,500. It's 35 days till this auction. It got an address. Let's see, this is gonna be a house. 88,000, and it got 22,000 in improvements. So this is a trailer. I done this research enough. This is a trailer. Watch this. Images, maps. And I'm totally open to buying a trailer. Like, don't even sleep. A trailer is cool. I'm into trailers and RVs. But let's look at the map. We got the address right here. So what we want to do is first get our Google overhead, right? And see if the property is standing. I knew it was a trailer, right? Because I know about the properties and the land value and the improvement value. I know how the state assess things. So what I want to do is take this and put it, see if I can stand here. So the closest I can stand to the property is right here. It looked like a trailer. It's a single wide or a double wide. So it's a double wide down the street back here, right? It's that one back there. So what am I saying for 3,500, bruh? Now you got to look and see where you at in the world. It's just a crash pad. So you back here, remember it was that double wide that you, well, it wasn't this one I was pointing at. So you'll go down that street and veer to a left. So we really can't really see it, but let's see if we can see it from this other road. Nope, they won't let us get on that other road. So when I stand here, I need to look to the left a bit. So it's going to be like over behind this trailer or whatever. All right. So what you want to know about, again, is all the, if you're trying to do a quick flip, then you got a lot more researching to do. There's still a lot more researching to do. Encumbrances, but you see they got the land value at 88,000 and the improvements at 22,000. So with only 22,000 in improvements is how I knew it was a trailer. But we still want to take this address to Zillow and just see what the open market say about it. And so on Zillow they say, see, they think it's not for sale, and they got this at 179,000, y'all. Show anybody how to get their bread. You know what? Hit the Cash App, man. This is good. Come on, man. Make me feel good. If you're going to use this information, if not, then, you know, the other people going to take care of me. It always happens. People feel like this is good. So look, how much is it worth? 179,000. At least that's their off the market estimate. It probably could go lower. You don't want it. What you really want to do is get what's called a BPO. We could talk about that as a broker's price opinion. But we don't have to go that deep right now. If you really wanted to know, you can know. I can tell you. So what they do is they look at 6 comparable properties in the neighborhood of that house that are comps. Like, here go a trailer, right? In the same thing, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath going for $400,000. You feel me? But here we go, looking at one where the minimum bid is $3,500. I couldn't make this up. And you think it's fake? Do it. Then forget it. Do whatever. I don't care. But do you got anything else like this that what you can say? Bae, look. This a bae, look. For real. Be like, look, this is what we about to do. So it says the legally required minimum bid for this parcel is $3,031.79. However, prices and bids are less than the whole dollar or are not permitted in the online auction process. If you wish to place a bid at the legal minimum, you need to complete and submit an offline bid. So if you want to place it for 79 cents and all that, but I wouldn't go through all that stuff. But this ain't a bad one, y'all. I mean, you wouldn't know until you did the research to see whether there's chain of title. But I guarantee you I'll bid on this. I guarantee you. Trust. No, I'm not saying that I'm going to, but I said I would. Come on, dude. You seen them numbers. Now you start to do the zoom out. See where the hell that's at. Feel me? Okay, it's far from Seattle. It's really the back boonies cut. You probably won't even have to visit it. You just got to be that type of dude I was just talking about. You don't let the people know, the contractors that you're going to hire in the area, you don't want to let them know you out of state. But you just contact somebody who do what I just said I did for the bank. Property management. Or you find somebody in the social media space and get them a job. I just got this property. Go run over there and do this too. In real life, you're going to go visit it before you bid on it and all that stuff. But, I mean, that was a little jewel, right? Little trailer. Look at all the land you get with it. You get the land too, bro. You could tear that down and build a house, one like them, or get a new double wide or a prefab. I know we ain't just talking crazy, right? We know what's up with the prefabs, right? You can get a prefabricated house for like 30 G's right now. You know? And they just put it together. It's prefabricated. You can put it together if you want. So I deal with my man Tajay. He's an architect. That boy keep me motivated. I mean, he went and got his architecture license. I mean, his degree late in life with us. Like, that's my partner. Graduated from Stanford, everything. And some of this land we acquired, he got some ideas that's going to, we like, blood, I'm about to draw up the properties. Imagine your boy just drawing up the properties. That's crazy. It's like, it's in your imagination already what you going to do. You like, hell yeah. So this was a cool one. Now, I'm just going to put this on my watch list since I'm in my account. I'm not really tripping. This auction going to happen in 35 days. Ain't no bids on it because you can't bid yet. Because I didn't do no deposit information. But this ain't bad. You will probably want to research that. You know? Now, obviously, if you want to find a real jewel, you're not going to do it live and online. So this is just us looking over the documentation to see that this is a real thing, yo. If you think anything I'm saying, you retarded. Like, why wouldn't it sell for the amount that they saying is worth? These are just loopholes that I had to learn because of who I am. Like, I'm not going to walk and sit down and ask and begging you for no money to get no property. I'm going to figure it out. To get anything I want to get. So let's look at some of these that got addresses. Like this one got an address. We still in that county. Why are we in this county? So this one's starting at 10 G's. It's obviously going to be worth more. It's almost an acre and it's in Bridgeport. So what we're going to do is go to this one right here, which is 107.16, so it's 2 down from this one. 16 right here. So let's see what this says it's worth. Because the starting bid is 10 G's. So it got to be worth something. Oh, 27,000 with no improvements. So I wouldn't look at this anymore. It's just a piece of land that might be worth, but it's only valued at 27,000 and it's starting at 10 G's. I would stop looking. You feel me? Because you want to be looking, thinking 10 times, 5 times, 3 times. It really happens. And I'm going to show you another instance of it again. So here we have, but it ain't telling me what city this is in. So I'm going to have to find it like this. This is number 13. So where's number 13 at? Right here. So you could do this all day, and it's like fishing, but you'll find something for your family, B. Not to live in. You can live in, you can do what you want. This got this land value worth 56,000, but no improvements. So if you're interested in just looking at, when it says no improvements, they didn't build anything on top of the land. Oh, so here's another website I was looking at, talking about. Well, I'll get out of that. But that was talking about how to hook up with the banks in order to do the REO stuff. But I'm still on these auctions because I'm going to position myself to accumulate some stuff next year if all goes well. I want to re-enter another auction for myself next year. And so you got to restart researching like 3 months out. I mean, if you ask me, if you want to, None of these counties is popping. Calaveras County, California, 1,300, 2 G's to start. How much inventory they got? Not a lot. Calaveras County, where's that at? Think I care? I don't care about none of that. This got a land value of, this is just some land. This must not be a cool county. But anyway, that's what you would do. And I'm not going to sit here and research it all out. Oh, here goes something. Oh, it got $40,000 worth of improvements, y'all. But the land is only valued at $11,000, so it's at $51,000. And it's bidding for 6 G's and it's starting 5 days. Let's look at this. This is going to be a house. $41,000, they ain't gonna give you no trailer for $41,000. Come on, man, let's think about it. So when we pull this up, this is a house. Because that's the state that assessed this. So this is gonna be a small property. Look, small house, told you. Because they're not gonna assess no. So let's see if we can see it. First of all, this is Malcolm Hill, California, off Railroad Flat. Yeah, that's right. Let's see if we can see it. Dang, that's the closest we could get. Let's look at the intersection. Yeah, it's probably, that ain't it though, is it? Because it's off the intersection. Hold on, I gotta go back. So this is the intersection. So that was that house over here that I was just aiming at. I need to turn around down Pilney Lane and look that way real quick. So here go Pilney Lane. Oh, how they gonna do us like that? Look, it's a ghost down that street. Maybe we can see it from a different angle. There you go. See, that's it back there. Look. That's a house back there, boy. Because if I'm correct, you go down Pilney Lane, yeah, and you see this first thing right here. All right. So I wish I could see it better, but this is a house. I wish I could see it better. Now what we're going to do is take this to Pilney Lane, Pilney Haven Lane. We're going to take this to Zillow real quick. See what they say. This is going to be a come up. I mean, people probably talk about it and say they'll give you a consultation to see all of this stuff I'm doing. But there's a lot more to it. Don't be misled. 51,000. I ain't mad at that. They got it at 51,000. That's exactly what the state got it at. The state got it at 51,000. So it's being auctioned off for 6,200. I don't think it's turnkey, but you can find out because it has an address and it's in California. So I can really literally go drive there and knock on the door and say, look, man, I got 6,200 right now. I'm about to pay your taxes and simply just pay me back this with interest or whatever you wanted to do. But that ain't what I would do. I'm just saying, I'm talking about the different avenues of this. Someone might not even be in this parcel. A lot of things happen. People die. I mean, it'd be stuff happening. So you can't even get into that side of thinking you're going to do that part unless you want to make that your business. But that was a cool one. So just to go back, I didn't put it on my watch list. I'm just going to do it for the fun of it. Then I'm about to go race or something. Let me see. I missed it. Forget it. I ain't interested in that property. But it was oh, here it go. Here go the address. It was number 16 or something. It was the address is right here still. It's worth 51,000. It'll probably wind up going. It ain't going. I don't think auctions like this don't have much bidding pressure. It's only 26 parcels, so it might be some bidding pressure, but it don't be a lot of people wanting some property in Calaveras County. So you can use that to your advantage. And one of the things is acquiring the property and then going to talk to the neighbors and let them know. That's one of the first things I did in Fresno. Come to find out that the neighbor was from Oakland. What you want to say, man, I just got this, and if you want the property next door to your house, holla. All right. I get addicted to this too because it becomes profitable like fishing. I mean, not like fishing, but you know what I mean. So here we got the cheapest one we got on here that's still active, and this is cool. 5 racks. No, we got a better one. And they got addresses. This is $2,600 somewhere in Washington, but let's go see. It might not have no property. Let's go see. So sometimes they don't got, I'm pretty much sure that this don't got no, it's off the highway. It's just going to be a piece of land on the side of the highway. Won't be worth much, but again, nothing is worth much. Nothing, right? You know what I mean? Like if you die owning nothing, that's definitely worth nothing. So if you got something that's worth nothing, at least it could accumulate some value. That's all I'm saying. But I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, look, nothing is really worth nothing. So that's some old crazy stuff way up in Washington. Who knows? I told you it's gonna be just something on the side of a freeway, just like I could tell. Oh, but it's a little lot that they got open though, right next to the river. Somebody want that land. I'll start an RV park. That look like an RV park. Hold on, let's go back. That look like an RV. 2,600. Oh, how big is this? That look like an RV park. If you're getting that whole parcel, let's see. All right, so I'll show you how to find out everything. It's what I want to know. I already know how to know. So let's see. They ain't reporting the parcel size here. If it's that whole parcel, we about to show how to find out. So this is the assigned parcel number. I'm going to copy it. We're also going to read the legal description and then view the parcel map. The legal description is that portion of government lot of Section 22, Township 36, North Range 46. We don't understand this. Beginning at the point 20 feet east of the northwest corner of the said Lot 3, all right, of the said Section 22, thence 57 feet and 8 inches eastern, hence 215 feet south, okay. And 215 feet is a good size. And then 143 feet western, thence northern to the point of the beginning. So that looked like that whole space, if you ask me. But I'm not going to be able to tell from what they just said. And so what I'm going to do is a more accurate search. That was just the legal description. Next, we copy the assigned parcel number. Now we really giving them too much game. Look, you can read the title report as well, but hold up. This is all on their website. All right. So this is just an insured title, basically. Hold on, I don't want to do all that. All right, here we go. Look. So this is for the title. So it's showing the taxes is what they would be and how cheap they is. But this is, again, right now I'm just looking at something. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. I ain't tripping off that. I want to go to where I want to go. So if we're in Washington, I need to get to the parcel map. There it go. Look. Oh, hell no. They ripped you off. It wasn't that big ass parcel. It's this little blue area. See? Now that messed you up. If it was this big old one over here, see, that's why you got to look. Because what you be actually getting is this. So there's things you could do. There's some railroad tracks right here, right? You can't cross over those. So in all actuality, there's nothing you could do to help these people over here. You have to what? Nothing. It's nothing. I'm just saying, this is some of the research that you do. That's a dead end. All right, and I'm not on the market for none of this. I'm just giving out a little bit of game today. I ain't on the market for none of this. I often talk about this. Look, some bushes near the trees by Marshall Lake. All right, so that county is crazy. I'm getting out of here because I feel like I'm going to make more progress. I'm about to go get my chill on. I'd like to thank anybody for watching. And if you consider this video or any of this information useful, there's plenty of ways you can support the channel. My man Lil King said he got his Magi shoes the other day. You can see a link right in the description of the video. You can get my book, buy my music, grab some of them clothes. You can hit the Cash App. And all my supporters, you can join the channel. All of those support, and you can just watch the video. You can share the video. All of that support helps. That's why I want to thank y'all. That's why I feel cool, kicking back. Now I'm about to go into my other part of my computer, and I'm going to get offline because I'm about to straight open up Steam games. Gonna take me a little break, kick it, and come back. Doing my thing. Play me some VR benchmark and no Joe. You feel me? Get into some high aces. Some cyberpunks. I just got all these games recently. I told myself I was gonna get them. Tired of this. So y'all have some fun. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all could enjoy the information. Think I'm about to do this flight simulator. Have a good day. Peace. Oh, open up y'all businesses. I mean, come on, man. Do the DBA, do all them